Hello everyone, people of the YouTube, my entire viewing audience, everything. It's Chrissy, I'm back again with my camera. I have a tripod, it's amazing. So, this, as I said in my previous video, is going to be an introduction into vintage clothing and, you know, vintage is fabulous. I love it. But before we start, let's have a little update on myself. Actually, it's not even an update, it's sort of elaborating on the last thing. I'm still with my boyfriend. I have this boyfriend that I got from the shop. Speaking of which, the boy has texted me. How dare he? How rude. He knows I'm filming a video. What's going on with him? So, yeah, I have the boyfriend. I have this boyfriend. I picked him up from a shop. No, I am with my boyfriend still, and he is gorgeous and amazing and beautiful, and I love his voice speaking to me on the phone, and yeah, he's gone away without me to the seaside and is having an amazing time. But I don't hold a grudge. No, he's having a great time away and he calls me every day and he's lovely in every single way and that's brilliant. So, yeah, and I'm doing fine. I'm absolutely happy for him to be enjoying himself, and he'll watch this and he'll go, oh, you mentioned me, because he always does. So, yeah, he's such an idiot. I love it. Second of all, my article. I know I keep mentioning this, but the reason I mention it is because I think it's a brilliant article and I really want people to see it. I know I would say that because it's my article, but the, oh, someone outside has gone outside for a cigarette. The reason I keep saying is because I think it's really well written by a great friend of mine. He deserves some airtime too. Also, it's so informative. Fucking hell, what's going on with me, girl? Yeah, it's really informative and it highlights a lot of issues for transgendered people, especially if you're thinking about what you want to do and where you want to go. I know I'm not where I want to be quite yet, but I have a very good idea of where I'm going and it keeps me focused and determined and happy. So that is the reason why I want anyone who's transgender, anyone who's interested in like learning about this business to go and read it and, you know, comment and tell me what they think. Also, another reason is because it has a great link to my Twitter. And if you go on my Twitter, you can ask me questions, and my next video is going to be a Q&A video. And I would very much appreciate some questions, so I can answer them for you. Anything at all. You can ask me anything. Depending on how rude they are, I will endeavour to answer, which is brilliant, I think. Leave me alone! It's him again, he won't leave me be. So, that's another reason I want you to read the article. Life in general, it's going well, it's brilliant as always. I sound big-headed all the time, but I really do enjoy my life. I have no reason to be, like, upset about anything. Everything's going really well as it's ever going to be, and I keep moving forward and everything keeps getting better. So this is probably the happiest I've been in my life. So yeah, so let's get on to the subject in hand. So I love vintage clothing. I have a teensy-tiny obsession. I've had it for a while now. I have quite a few pieces that I have picked out. One of the big reasons I like vintage clothing is because you never quite know what you're going to get. You go into a vintage shop and you might go in and you'll see nothing you like. But the point is you go in and you try stuff on. And some of it looks good and it gives you sort of good, but you don't like the whole idea. And it gives you ideas for what you might be looking for later on in your vintage shopping career. It's like a hunt. It's exciting, and the great thing about it is if you buy a vintage piece and it's like you wear it out, people can ask you where you got it and where they can get one, and they won't be able to because it'll be one of a kind most of the time. You won't find another one. Like this one is a one-off Lee Bender dress. It's very collectible. Not that anyone actually cares, but you know, it's really pretty, and I saw it on a mannequin and I was just like, I must have it. I tried it on and it fit, and honestly I almost cried. I'm probably not getting out all I want to say about vintage clothing, but this is just a little intro. I'll do more videos later on. So how this is going to work is I will show you what I got, sort of where I got it. I will try and splice in a picture of me wearing it, because I've got them on hangers at the moment. I'm not getting dressed every time. Honey, I cannot be asked. So there's two places I really shop. There is Pink Pigeon and Dolly Mix Vintage. They're in the same shop but they're two separate companies in Leicester, and they're really cute. And that's another thing I love about vintage shops. Normally they are so quaint and so lovely, have tons of character, and the people in them are so passionate. You don't get it in high street shops at all. High street shops, you walk in, you know what you're going to buy, you hand it to the checkout, they go, that'll be please, and then it's over, and it's not an experience, it's just shopping, and that's brilliant. And you have to do high street shopping if you're shopping vintage, because you need to have very plain bits of your wardrobe that you can mix with some really pretty pieces that you pick out wherever you go. And it's very important to mix and match to modernise it up, otherwise you can end up looking like you're in fancy dress. So yes, so Pink Pigeon and Dolly Mix Vintage in Leicester, and Cow Vintage in Nottingham. Cow Vintage is possibly the nicest shop, full stop, I've ever been into. If you ever get a chance to go to Nottingham in England, please do, and go to Cow, and honestly, flawless. When you go vintage shopping, you're going to have to look through rails, and if you see something, anything, even if you don't like the whole outfit, take it off. If it's just a little trim or whatever, I'm throwing a pen round. Just pick it up. If it's a little detail you like, try it on. You might not like it, you might think, oh, I'll look for this in something else. It's a brilliant sort of way to start, because normally you walk into vintage shops and you go, oh my god, what is all this? I hate it all. But you will find something. I promise you, there is something for everyone. Another thing is, never buy too small and try and fit into it. Buy too big and get it tailored. Tailoring is a lot cheaper than you think, and it can cost, you can spend £5 on a really pretty dress that's a little bit too big for you, get it tailored, and it will fit you perfectly. It will be for you. No one will have it. You can even have little extra things added. You can have the shape changed, and it won't cost much. It'll still cost less than a high street dress, and it will be just for you. How amazing is that? You can't... Exactly. Okay, so let's start. This piece is I'm not even sure, I think it's like a swing dress. It's like 70s to 20s sort of stripy dress, done by a designer called Lee Bender, who is very collectible. And I saw this on a mannequin. I have this thing where I buy clothes off mannequins constantly. I walk in and I'm just like, I'm having that. 9 times out of 10 I end up buying it because yeah. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but this is my dress. You can't see how long it is, but it goes down just below the knee, and it's flowy and pretty, and I love all the detail on it, and I'm wearing it with a little belt from like Primark or something. It cost me £60, this is my most expensive piece, but it is wonderful and beautiful and I love it. This one was bought from Dolly Mix in Leicester, and it just caught my eye, and the women in the shop were like, you have to buy it, and I was like, I know, I can't afford it, but I bought it anyway. The story behind it, they didn't have a changing room because it was being renovated, so I got changed behind one of them old sort of partitioning little like cubicle things that they fold out, and people kept trying to look at clothes behind me, and I was like, no, I'm naked! So, moving on, I will exit, pick up a piece, show you it, try and link a picture of me wearing it so you can sort of see what it looks like on, and then a little red dress that I bought off eBay. It was one of my first vintage pieces, and it's sort of stretchy. I'm not sure what era it's from, but it's old and it's triple S. It's machine washable and it's really flattering on, so yeah, it was off eBay. eBay is a great outlet, but you can't be sure what you are getting, like whether it's actually a vintage piece, but it doesn't really matter if it's a piece that looks good. Also, you can't try it on, so you sort of have to know that you want it. Moving swiftly on, shift dresses. Okay, so I love shift dresses because I think they're really pretty and flattering. They're from the 60s, and they were big when Twiggy was quite famous, and she wore them out, and I think it sort of makes me look like Twiggy because I'm kind of thin. So I'll grab a shift dress and you let me know what you think. And Dolly Mix Vintage also. They don't look on the rail like they're very figure hugging and sexy, but they look amazing on. It's sort of like a woolly material, woolly linen. You have to have them dry cleaned, unfortunately, but they are so flattering. Dress I bought the same day as that one. It's another pink one. It's beautiful. This one has a little story. This is it ties up to the front, so you don't really have to have it sized. You can't see that. But I saw this in a £5 bin. The reason it was only £5 is it's a lovely material, it's like linen. And the reason it was only £5 is because the zip was broke. So I took it to the thing and go, I want this dress, it looks really pretty. I tried it on, but I said, the zip's broke. Did you know we're somewhere where I can get it fitted, like re-zipped, and like sort of how much will it cost? And they said, don't worry, we'll do it. I was like, oh, how much will that cost me? And they said nothing. So I got this dress. The reason it was reduced is because the zip was broke, and they put a new zip on it for me. And yeah, it's beautiful. This one was in the same bin a day later. I go back all the time, I'm awful. And this one I just bought because I wanted a shirt style dress, and this is button up at the front, and it's like a shirt dress. A really beautiful material, like linen again. And I bought it, I didn't even try it on. I knew sort of the size-ish. It's by Orsay. 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 And I tried it on and it's beautiful. Picture now. I realised all my shift dresses were pink, so I bought a blue one, and it has a lovely sort of maroony lining, and it looks like that. You'll see what it looks like on. I saw this and I basically in a day got obsessed with shift dresses. You'll see why. I think they look really amazing. This one is by a company called Best & Co, Miss Cosmopolitan. A lot of these dresses inside them say made in London, or made in England, and you don't get that on modern day clothes. Most of them are made in Taiwan. I know that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's just, it's sort of, they put that little edge on and it shows, look, I'm proud of what I made, and that's nice. I love it. You'll also notice a lot of my dresses have the label on still because I haven't worn them out, and I like the labels. They do really cute little handwritten labels, and yeah, I'm waffling, I'm sorry, I can't help it, you know, it's not a problem. So I go in days in a row, and every day I see something that I didn't see the day before, and I love it. I can't get enough. So the last bit, because I've done a lot of dresses, I got a jacket. I don't think I have a picture of me with this on, but this is a cute little, it's actually a patterned leather. It's real leather, and it's from Caroline Charles in London, and it was only £30 for a genuine leather jacket. It says inside, genuine leather, 100% leather, dry clean only, and I think this is probably 70s, 80s, and it's just, it caught my eye. I tried it on the shop. I didn't have anything on that would match it, but I tried it on, and I was like, I'm buying it, it's £30, it's real leather. There are the links. The dresses. Oh my god, I can't get my head straight. My dresses that I'm wearing, that I'm loving at the moment, those are my favourite pieces. I have a load more in that wardrobe there with the gorgeous lady on it who I want to look like. That's a little intro into vintage. If you have any questions, please comment below. I will answer in the next video, or I'll just answer back on the YouTube. I bought a few little items new that I like and I'm loving at the moment. I just want to introduce them to you. This is Prada Candy. It's a new fragrance by Prada. It comes in this cute little bottle with candy and Prada written on it, and honestly, this scent is amazing. My boyfriend loves it, so it's also a winner for me because I wear it all the time, so it makes him crazy. Go to a perfume shop, smell this, and you'll know exactly what I smell like. This one. Another thing that I love, I'm wearing it at the moment. I wear it all the time. This is a little pendant, it's a St. Christopher. I'm not that religious, but my dad bought it for me when I went travelling, and I like to think it keeps me safe. So I love this. And the chain, my boyfriend bought me. It was the first thing he bought me. I haven't actually done it up properly, but it's a silver chain, and it makes me really happy that I'm wearing something a little bit special. Those are two things that I'm liking at the moment. Comment below, tell me if there's anything you think that I would be interested in, maybe. I won't get a comment, I never do, but you know, I ask, and that's the main thing. Okay, let's end this thing. Okay, so comment, rate, subscribe, go on Twitter. That's the ones I know. And thank you for bearing with me throughout this video. I believe it's very long, but I think it was worth it. Thank you for watching. I've been Chrissy, and you've been amazing. Bye!